Two Rothschild giraffes in Baringo County have found a new home after they were forced out by the swelling waters of Lake Baringo. Kenya Wildlife Service and Ruko Community Conservancy were forced to relocate the giraffes due to increased water levels in Longicharo Island around Lake Baringo's mainland.
Longicharo Island in Lake Baringo. A group hailing from the Kenya Wildlife Service and Ruko Community Conservancy converged for a noble task. It is the relocation of two Rothschild giraffes from the island to the mainland due to the rising water levels of Lake Baringo. Approval to relocate the giraffes to a purpose-built sanctuary was granted by KWS after the lake started encroaching on the island by an estimated 6 inches a day.
Increased for about 88.6% from 176 kilometers squared in 2010 to approximately 278 or 76 kilometers squared. Our tourism facilities are submerged, not all of them. We have got about 8 facilities here. About 3 is affected, but we still have some bed capacity. And now that we have moved the giraffes to the dryland part of the lake, we are encouraging tourists to visit this particular area. We know we usually receive up to 200,000 visitors in a year. But because of COVID and these high water levels, that one has really drastically dropped.
Like elementator, flamingos that used to be there, around 1.5 million of them. We are talking about less than 100,000 because the pH levels of that lake has been affected in a bad way. And so the algae, which is the food for the birds, the flamingos, and it's not enough, so and they have migrated. Same thing if you go to Nakuru, you see the same thing. The lake has been submerged and a lot of communities there have been affected. Similarly, Lake Naivasha. I think Lake Nakuru itself is 80% increase in water, amount of water. Lake Elementator is 25% increase. Lake Naivasha is around 40%. We have seen also the same thing in Lake Turkana and Lake Victoria.
The relocation process is not a walk in the park. The giraffes have to be moved in a tall rectangular barge custom built out of steel and designed to float on a series of empty drums that provide buoyancy, as well as reinforced sides to keep the giraffes from jumping out during towing.
It's more complicated than you would find in the open land. So we had to prepare like a crash, but it's made of plastic, a long crash, to guide it so that it doesn't fall into the water. And secondly, we had to prepare the landing sites for the boats, both at the capture site and the release site. We had to prepare the boat. The boat is custom made. It's not the barge that we use to transport it. It's not the normal thing. You have to custom made it to accommodate the giraffe. Capturing the giraffe, of course, you have to, we try a combination of methods. We have to dart with drags, and then we have to rope it and guide it to the boat. And so immediately it goes down, then you have to reverse the effect of the drags so that it's upstanding, and you guide it to the boat. Yes, so it's quite complex.
State Department of Wildlife Principal Secretary Professor Fred Segor highlighting that out of 8 giraffes in the island, 2 are expectant and will have to wait until they give birth before they are moved. He assured of government's plan to end human-wildlife conflicts, urging the community to work with the government to protect wildlife.
So we are monitoring closely so that we ensure the safety is assured. In addition, we've also translocated 16 warthogs, ostriches, and also impalas. And we are doing this because as much as the lakes rise, we don't want to lose any wildlife.
Besides flooding, the giraffes face various challenges, including inbreeding. For instance, out of 8 calves born, only 2 have survived. Others are believed to have been lost to python predation, nutritional deficiencies, and other natural causes. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Jackie Wambiru.